And for a good 7 months, she was the only person that knew. So she goes to bed, she sleeps, and then I take the pot in valve. And I bang. Nothing. You start asking yourself a lot of questions, ask God a lot of questions. And to be honest, I never said why me, because if not me, who else? And you want to come and criticize my daughter when I'm not there, and you think I'm not going to know? Then I wonder how your voice would have sounded. You have a deep voice like mine, but I'll never get to hear my daughter say, I want food.
Dumelang Sanrani, hello, hi. Welcome back to another episode of Aspire to Inspire, a podcast that aims to motivate, uplift, and hopefully inspire you as the listener. Today's episode is quite close to my heart because we speak about something that not a lot of families openly speak about. We speak to Khensani Makaleni, who is raising and living with her child who is different able. We speak about the challenges, the wins, the highs and the lows of being a mother to a different abled child. Let's get into the conversation, shall we? How are you, Khensani?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What is the first thing you did today?
Oh, I was cleaning and I'm super tired.
Really? You just woke up and cleaned?
Yeah. I have to do that. Remember, I live in a business home.
Oh,
so
yes.
People come in and people go out. So it needs to be clean like the whole time. So before 10, I'm done with all my chores.
Well, at 10 o'clock, when it hit 10 o'clock and I knew you would be here in an hour, that's when I started to get myself up. quick, fast.
I was done already.
Alright, if you were to take yourself on a solo date, what would you do?
Oh my gosh, I love going out a lot, but solo, I prefer just going to a nice quiet restaurant, listening to calm music, just to de-stress from the hectic week that I probably had. Sometimes kids are a lot. They are a lot. So I just would prefer just going to a restaurant and eat, drink some good wine, listen to some good music, and yeah, that's what I do.
Okay, and what's one movie or series you would rewatch 1,000,000 times and why?
You.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
so interesting. It is so interesting from season 1. Why? It's because I felt like I understood this guy. I understood why he was doing the things that he was doing, because love can actually make you do a lot of crazy things.
True.
So it was more like, I'm on your side, but let's not kill too
Let's not
much.
kill.
But I'm on your side. I feel you. I hear you. I understand you. But okay, let's
tone
decrease
it
on the
down.
killing, man. But yeah, I'd watch you 1,000 times, over and over again.
Okay, well, I think with you, I got disappointed by season 3.
Yeah.
But then it picked up again at season 4. I think it's season 5, the most recent one. That's the best so far. The latest season is the best so far. So tell me about Khensani. Who is Khensani outside being a mother and a daughter? Who are you?
Khensani is a go-getter. Khensani is a fighter. Khensani believes so much in God. Khensani is a family woman. Khensani is a hard worker. Outside of being a mom, I am just a very bubbly person. I love hanging out with people. I love being around family. I love being around friends. I'm a biggest supporter and I'm a good friend. I know. I'm a good friend.
Love girls who know.
Yeah, that's just me.
Okay, so let's talk about you as before you became a mother. What did you have as an image? Let's see, this is how motherhood should be, or how did you see yourself as a mother? Let's put it like that.
Honestly, I loved saying to myself that I can't wait to take pictures of my baby wearing a ring. My husband is on my side. I'm in my dream house. That's what I always pictured it to be. That's what I've always wanted for myself. Before being a mother, I wanted to be successful. At that time, I wanted to be a teacher. So I would always say to myself, become a teacher, get married, have your own house, have your own car. I pictured my daughter growing up in my house with a father, with my husband with her own space, her own privacy, with my car, her being in the car seat,
Yes.
all of those things. So that's how I always pictured being a mother would be for me.
Okay, and how did you see yourself as a mother? Did you see yourself as a strict parent, or as the I'll let my daughter or son do whatever they want whenever they want?
I think I'm more of, I would have been more, no, I am more of a fun parent, but I do have limits. There are boundaries that you cannot cross. That's how I will, that's the kind of mother I imagined myself to be before being a mother. So I would say I'd say it like that because my mom is not that strict.
Okay.
But there's boundaries. There's a wall. It's enough, Khensani. I've had enough of you. So I think I always wanted to be like my mom.
Okay.
She's more fun, but let's not step on each other's toes.
But how do you then distinguish? Like, how do you set the boundaries? I think I ask a lot of moms this, because I don't know, how do you set the boundaries without seeming like you're now becoming a strict parent?
Okay, so I will let you know. I'll tell you.
Okay.
That now you are concerned. Now you are too excited. Let's not forget that I'm your mom. So I let you know that 1, 2, 3 can happen, but now you're going too far. I'd rather let you know, but not strict. I'll sit you down, speak to me exactly like how my mom would. That's exactly what my mom does. But hey, Khensani, hi.
It's enough now.
It's enough. No, hi, okay, sharp. Yes, we have fun, but can you calm down? So she's more of an open mother who will say, I don't like what you're doing, or I don't like your attitude. So with me, I'd say that. And I'm not being strict because I don't feel like she's strict when she tells me that. I appreciate it instead. So it's up to you as my daughter how you would take it, because I know I'm not strict.
Okay. And what were your non-negotiables, like when you were just planning on having a child? If my child does 1, 2, 3, like it's war or whatever, like what is those maybe 2 things that were non-negotiables for you?
I think long term, especially with my kids, I think long term, I think non-negotiable would be falling pregnant at 18 years. Like, I would be so angry. I would be super angry. Yes, nothing can be done, but I would be super angry at my kids. I feel like it's something that I want to instill in them, that finish with school, go to varsity if you want to, go to college if you want to, but just make sure that once you fall pregnant, oh my word, there's a lot of setbacks, honestly. It does put your life on hold. A lot of people are just like, umntwana, I see what umntwana is a setback, especially at a young age, because you've got dreams from 16 years when you choose your subject. From choosing your subjects in grade 10, you already know what you want to do with your life. So here's a baby at the age of 18. Now you can't go to varsity because you need to wait for at least for the child to be 1 year. That's when you can go to varsity and continue with your life. But with that 1 year of you grooming or growing your child, you could have been in your first year in varsity, you understand? So it is a setback. So that's one thing I feel like I would be very upset at. Also, they shouldn't date.
What do you Wait, before you get into the dating, how old were you when you had your daughter?
I was 18 turning 19, because I had her in Feb, and then my birthday was in March, so I was 18. Yeah, 18 turning 19.
Okay, so you wouldn't want her to experience life the way that you did, basically. Okay, so tell me about the dating part. Why would you want them to date?
Because that's how they can fall pregnant. That's how they can fall pregnant. At least, like, I know it's not something I can stop, because I'm not going to follow them around. I'm not going to see what they're doing with their life or put a tracker or anything like that. But I just wish they could have, like, this thing of, as no, let me just wait for at least 21, 21, 22. when I'm done at varsity and, you know, I've got the stable job and I've got a stable income and then but I can't stop it, but I just wish that it's something I could actually stop.
Yeah, no, I hear you, and now this is something I wasn't planning on asking you, but I'm thinking of it now. What do you think can be done or said to kids to avoid teenage pregnancy? Because I mean, 18 is still basically a teenager, and even younger. What can be said or done to help this generation not fall pregnant so soon?
I feel like I'm an epitome when it comes to teenage pregnancy. I would honestly tell a lot of people, including my kids, that it's not nice. Falling pregnant at the age of 18 is not nice. It has its own consequences. It has its own setbacks. There's a lot of things that you can't accomplish. There's certain things that you want to do, but you can't even do them anymore. You live at home and you've got your kids, or you've got your kid and your dad, you're walking past, it's evidence, so much of evidence that now you are getting into it, my daughter. Like, you are doing those things, and there's evidence, you know?
True.
Unlike being in your own space where you can be comfortable, where they won't judge you, you know, there's certain things that you have and you're all. But it honestly is a setback, I don't want to lie. It's a huge
setback. And I think even if you can maybe say you want to have a child in your early 20s, as long as you're not yet stable, it is such a huge setback. Because it's literally, I think it's about 2 to 3 years that you are like putting off your year of pregnancy, that first year, and maybe the third year is you trying to get back into life now. Okay, let's get back to the moment you found out that you were pregnant. Obviously in your mind you are like, I'm gonna get pregnant when I'm married, I've got a house, I'm successful, and then one day, or actually tell me the signs that were there, you would say, okay, I'm pregnant. And how did you get to know?
It was April. I remember even my birthday was on the 31st of March and I had this huge party. I remember taking out the posters in Jan. From January, I was planning.
You were planning your 18.
Oh my word. Jan, Feb, March, April was my party. I remember it was on the 1st of April because my birthday was on the 31st, which made it a Friday. Then I didn't on the 1st of April. I was dancing so much. It's like I knew that this is going to be the last time.
For the longest time.
Oh my, I went all out. I was excited. I was happy. I was having a lot of fun. And then month end.
Of April.
Yeah. Your period. Where's your period, girl? Khensani, I don't have my period. Oh my gosh, okay. April, May. That's when I was like,
Something's off.
Let me take this pregnancy test. You know, I'm only 18, but okay, I know what I've been doing, you know. I took the pregnancy test coming back from church. And I was with my baby daddy at that time. And I just looked at the pregnancy test and was like, pregnant. And I'm like, oh my God. I was happy. I do not want to lie. I love babies so much, but I loved babies from a distance. Like, not
with you have to mother.
I was kind of happy, but at the same time I had a lot of fear. Fear, especially because I know my parents would have been disappointed. My parents are going to be disappointed in me. I am still writing my June exam. I've got my prelim. I've got my final. What now? What now? So you think about it after once you're alone, it hits you that you're actually pregnant. Is it really gonna grow? Is it really gonna grow? But besides me knowing that my parents were gonna be disappointed, I was really happy, honestly. I was happy.
Ken, who was the first person you told? And also, who told your parents for you?
I didn't tell anyone.
You didn't tell anyone?
There's one person that I told. Actually, no. There's one person that I told, Lebang Bam. She was a friend of mine, and we were very close. And I told her everything on what should I do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Should I keep it? But then again, I don't believe in abortion. I can't, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not criticizing abortion. At the end of the day, it's your choice, it's your body.
Mm-hmm.
But at that time, for me, those
it's not
were
something for you.
Yeah, for me, I just don't believe in abortion at all. So I told her, and for a good 7 months, she was the only person that knew. But they could see me.
Sure.
My parents found out in December when I was 7 months pregnant.
Sure,
Yes.
girl. Wow.
7 months pregnant.
So you didn't have like a big belly?
No, I was hiding my belly. I was hiding my belly. I was dancing. I was making moves. I'd be like to my brother, look, can a pregnant person do this? So they did have their own suspicions, but it's just like with the things that I was doing, it was just like, it can't be. It's probably just a rumor, you know? But they could see the changes in me, how I eat, how I've been sleeping. There's this one time I was sleeping on the couch, and my mom is looking at me. I'm like, oh my gosh, she knows. Oh my gosh, she knows. So I asked her, why are you looking at me like that? It's like, hey, these days you're always sleeping. Are you okay? I'm just tired. I don't know what's going on. But otherwise, 7 months is when it was actually confirmed to my mom.
Sure, but what are you thinking in the 7 months? When are you thinking, okay, I'm going to tell them on this date? Like, what are you planning? Because how do you keep a pregnancy hidden for 7 months?
I was not planning on telling them.
You were planning on letting them know on the day you give birth?
Yes. My plan was to finish right, my prelim, finish right my exam, get my results to see if I passed. Then I would tell them. That was my plan. So my mom heard from the streets that, Bundi, there's something going on with your daughter. She's got a lot of changes, and at church, she's no longer singing in church. What's going on? Like, I saw what was going on. So it was a church member. It was one of the church members. She's no longer singing. My daughter has changed. The weight, the lightness, all those things that abantu abadala see, and that you're pregnant. My mom then asked me, is it true? Like, let me tell my mom. At least I'm a bit open with my mom. And I did tell her, I didn't know. She's like, did you go to the clinic? I'm like, no, I haven't.
I was actually about to ask, so how do you go to the clinic appointments then?
I didn't go to the clinic.
Sure, girl. You are brave.
Nothing. I started going to the clinic at 7 months. 7 months, that's when I started drinking the pills, my checkups, and everything. At 7 months. Then my dad, obviously my mom, then told my dad, but she was like, let's not tell him now because now you still have the matric dance. So if you tell him now,
there's no way you're gonna go to the matric dance.
You're not gonna go. So rather, let's keep quiet for now, get your results. That's one to Pasili. Then tell your dad. And then my dad knew when I was 8 months.
Yeah.
Unyok, I was talking. Unyok.
No, bro, you are, hey? I'm sorry, but next time. For so long.
That long.
Sure. Okay, so now during that 7 months where it's just you and your baby and your friend who know about this baby, what are your thoughts on your child? Like when you picture how the child is going to look, where the child is probably going to go to school, their first outfit. What are your thoughts about the child?
To be honest, I didn't think a lot about the baby, but I just enjoyed feeling her in me. Her movements, her kicks, so I didn't think about it a lot because I had fear. Also, I was just more focused on my exam and making sure that I pass my matric, so that they don't get a second disappointment. Like, you're pregnant and then how you're not even
so
diploma, yes. So I was more focused on that. I never thought long term. I never thought what would happen once the baby's here. I was more focused on myself and making sure that she's okay. And remember, at that time, I didn't have a clear understanding on having to take pills when you're pregnant. At that time, not that I didn't know, but it was just like, even if I don't, what bad might, what is it? What's the worst that could happen? So I didn't have a clear understanding at that time. But honestly, with my first pregnancy, it was just me, my exams, and just getting it over and done with.
Okay, so now you give birth to your child. What is the first sign that your child is different abled that you get?
At that time, I didn't see anything. So initially, when you give birth, audiologist needs to come into the ward and check if there's any infection or if there's any deafness or whatever the case may be. At that time, they did not. I gave birth to my daughter, 2.5 kg. She's here, hurrah, we're happy. I'm okay as well. She's fine, not showing any signs of having any sort of disability. Yeah. So for me, at that time, I don't know if the nurse didn't see it, but nothing was picked up at that time because she wasn't checked. She wasn't checked. So I never thought of any disability, to be honest.
And when do you discover that there is a disability?
She was 1 year, 3 months. I remember because we were playing loud music. You know, babies, 1 year, 3 months. And 1 year, 3 months, she didn't have proper balance. So the deafness that it does go with your walking, it affects your walking as well.
Okay.
So you become imbalanced once you're deaf. So she was balancing, man. It was like she's gonna fall every time she tries to walk. We're playing music and she's not dancing. But still, it does not ring a bell that it's probably a disability. I'm thinking she probably just doesn't like
not in the mood.
Yeah, or she doesn't like the song. And then baby TDM is like, hey, Khensani, I'm like, I don't know. So she goes to bed, she sleeps, and then I take the pot in vowed. And I bang. Nothing. No movement whatsoever.
Sure.
I bang the door. Nothing. She doesn't wake up. She doesn't cry. She doesn't. I got talking. Nothing. That's when I was like, let's go get the baby checked. Like 1 year, 3 months.
And what do the doctors say to you?
So it's a whole process, with this whole checking with Mutana is deaf or whatever. So we honestly had to wait another 3 months for her to get checked. We waited 3 months, 1 year, 6 months, went to our first appointment, and then Bamla Lisa, that, what do they call it? That banana whatever it is.
Yeah.
Falls asleep, And then, so we're sitting out, like we're just waiting. And then the doctor comes. At first, it was an infection on one ear. That's what they said. But they still need to do a thorough checkup again. No problem. We go back, I think, 2 weeks after, 2 or 3 weeks for the second checkup. Now it's not an infection. Doctor comes back and she said, your daughter has a profound hearing loss. Profound hearing loss means nothing. She's not hearing any sound. So she's got a profound hearing loss. She can't hear anything, can't call her name, and. So once he told me that, I think I broke down. And it's not that, it's just upsetting because now you're thinking, Khensani, you haven't been to the clinic for 7 months. What if you're the cause, You start blaming yourself. You start asking yourself a lot of questions, you ask God a lot of questions. And to be honest, I never said why me, because if not me, who else? So I think just finding out broke my heart because I used to even ask, is it genetics, or is it like a medical condition because of me, or I don't know, but it was one of the hardest news that I've ever heard in my life, especially because I had created this bond with her and I was so happy to meet her, and I couldn't wait to speak to her, you know, have conversations with her. So yeah, it was pretty hard. It was pretty hard.
So now when you get these results from the doctors and you look back to before that day where she wasn't dancing, was there any signs that you're now thinking of which actually I should have seen from this and that? Was she making normal baby sounds? Like what was she doing?
The one especially that I asked for, her baby sounds were very different. You know, you get your children who make those, you know, those. But with her, it was as if it was coming from here. You know, it's like she was forcing something out. Yeah, you only see that once they've told you, oh, she's got a profound hearing loss, and then you're like, oh my gosh, those sounds that she makes, those, you know, the mute people, those sounds that she makes is why did I not see it at that time?
Sure. Okay. So now how do you then navigate life after finding out all of this? So what steps are you taking to try and maybe give her a normal life? Or what are you doing now to try and just accept this new reality?
It was from that day when I found out that my daughter has a profound hearing loss that I told myself that I need to speak for my daughter. I need to speak on her behalf. So we started speech therapy, finding out if she can get help, hearing aids, you know, just you now get interested in the person that she is. Remember, she's in a silent area, you know, where she is, she's at peace. There's no noise, there's nothing. So how do I make her comfortable was what I was looking forward to. How do I make her feel that she's accepted? How do I make her feel that I am trying my best to not make her feel like she's, because you've got this hearing loss, different. You know, you need to be on that other side. No. So it was from that day that I took the steps with speech therapy. How is she gonna get a cochlear implant? How is she gonna get hearing aids? None of that. So from that day, I just made sure my daughter doesn't feel different and gets the help that she needs.
And when she has to play with other kids in the street, how do you navigate that?
That was difficult. She's 7 now. I started allowing her to go out and play late last year.
Sure.
I used to lock her in the house. Like, she would rather play with me. Don't go to other kids, because other kids won't understand you. They'll make fun of her. And you know, so I felt a bit insecure of letting her go, but her speech therapist was like, she's a child. You need to allow her to be a child. Her having this hearing loss does not make her any different from the kids that can hear. Because if you tell her you need to look right and that, she does exactly that. So I think I was trying to express to her that this is the things that you need to do. And then when I saw that she fully understands that, okay, man is pregnant, this is what I need to do. When I do this, this is what I need to do. Going to the shop, I need to come back. You know? When I finally saw that, okay, no, now she's getting it, you can go. She wants to go play, she'll tell me. Okay, no problem. You can go play. But at first, play with me, I'll be your friend. You come back from school, you come and you walk in the door, same time I lock the back. Same time.
Sure. So now if you weren't exposing her to other kids, when she finally has to go to school, does she go to daycare or you just take her straight to creche and then school?
So when she started creche, before we found out, she used to go to a creche called Cool Cats.
Okay.
But then we found out that no, she's got hearing loss and then I had to find a school for her that is for people like her, you know. So then I took her to MCK. So she goes with transport And my daughter, from the first day of school, her getting fetched by the school transport, she was happy. She was excited. My daughter has never cried because
It's her first day of school.
She's never ever. She'll cry for each episode, maybe I'm punch but to cry to say I don't want to go to school from the first day, she has never.
Sure. And how is that for you as a mom? You now have to let the world in on your small. You sort of built a safe space for her. Now you have to open up that safe space and give her access, or give the world access to her. How is that first day?
I was honestly scared. It's very scary, but also at the same time, I just told myself that she's going to be with people that have the same issue as her. So it's not like she's going to get people that laugh at her. She's not going to get people who'd be like, they don't want to sit with her because you can't speak, you know. So at the same time, I was more of, okay, no, my daughter needs to see the world. She needs to go because I can't keep her at home. I'm busy. She needs to go to school. She needs to see other people. So I allowed myself, and I spoke to myself, and I allowed my heart to accept that she's growing. She needs to go. She needs to be with people. She needs to go to school. She needs an education. You know, she's also human at the end of the day. You know? So that's just what I told myself, that she needs education. And yeah.
And how do you communicate with her? How did you learn how to communicate with her?
Before she went to that school, she was doing lie sign language. She created her own sign language, and we took it because we didn't know it as well, you know. So we felt like, her speech therapist used to say that she's teaching herself. It's what she understands. So if she wants a bow, she'd do this. If she wants a bow, or if she wants eggs, if she wants boiled eggs, she would do all these crazy sign language, and it's just like, girl, that's not sign language. That's not sign language. So she said it's something that she understands. For now, use it, because she wasn't at school and it's at that time. For now, use that sign language that she's using. So now she masters it. She masters it, and I'm learning from her. Although yes, at her school they do have your Saturday classes. I hardly attend because at first I was working. Even on Saturdays I used to work. But now I just want to start going to the sign language classes so that we can better communicate with her. Although yes, I do understand her because she's very specific. If she can see you don't understand, she'd be like, oh my word. Oh my word, this is what I want. You know? Like this. So she's it's her sign language has improved a lot. It has improved a lot. And yeah, that's how we sign with her.
You're literally taking me back to a child who can't speak, like when they're still very young. They will want maybe a ball and you don't know what they want.
Yes.
So they just keep crying and making a noise. So I'm literally just thinking about that. So now let's get to you, Lorraine. Guys, you can't see her, but she's here. Okay, you hear her voice.
Yeah.
You have to now learn how to communicate with the child. How do you communicate with her?
I'm very curious, so I googled sign language, you know, when even when Magdalene Daba, I look at the interpreter, okay, this is what she means, and then you know, where's my mother? And she's coming on. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I think I don't know, and then sometimes I need this. Then you know, I can understand her. It's like shop like that.
Sure. Okay. And were there ever any comments that maybe you received from people, or let's say the first time you received comments from people that were not so pleasant? How did that make you feel? And who did you go to say, I don't know how to handle the fact that I'm having to be a mother to this child, and it's twice as harder than it is raising a normal child. Then there's people who are also just making it more difficult because they're just pouring in negativity into me.
You know, like I said, Mina, I am a fighter. If my daughter comes in crying, and I will go to that person. and tell her, don't think, my daughter's not stupid. You understand? She's got a hearing loss. You understand what I'm saying? So I would go and ask that person, why are you doing what you're doing? My daughter is now crying, and I would honestly advise that I'm so much stronger than you. If I can handle a child, remember these people are very stubborn. People with a hearing loss are very stubborn, especially if they don't get what they want. They throw tantrums. So once she starts throwing tantrums because of someone else, because you don't understand how it actually feels to be in her position, and you want to come and criticize my daughter when I'm not there, and you think I'm not going to know, she's not stupid. She's not stupid. I always tell her, and I confront a lot. I confronted a lot of people, but at the end of the day, I just told myself, that I'm not going to keep confronting people because they are the ones that lack knowledge. You understand? They're the ones that lack knowledge. If you're going to laugh at a 7-year-old, or you're going to laugh, she was 5 at that time when all of this was happening. Let's say transporting. There's a time when she came in crying, and I literally stopped the transport and I told them, whoever makes my daughter crying here just because she can't speak. So with her school, it's slow learners, mid-deaf and deaf. So there's learners that can speak, and then so I tell Lababa Kuluma, then there's one that will do the things to say, please don't bully this child. Because she comes to me and she tells me. She will definitely tell me. That's one thing about my daughter. She will come and tell me. But now she fights for herself. Now she doesn't mind. She fights for herself. Even if you don't understand it, she'll be like, oh no.
I actually like this.
She does that and rolls her eyes.
I like that. Were there any moments where I would say maybe you felt like you just can't do it?
A lot, especially after my breakup with her dad. That was heavy on me. It was very heavy on me because now I'm dealing with this heartbreak, and I'm dealing with a child that I can't even communicate with. At that time, I did not know sign language. And then the operation. When the operation happened, those are times where it's just like you've got a lot of things that are happening at the same time. Like your heartbreak, this child who can't communicate, she's got an operation. She needs to go to speech therapy. I need to go to work. I can't go to work. I'm missing work. I'm getting warnings, I felt really bombarded. I felt super overwhelmed. But I don't think I have days where I'm just like, God, take me. I'm tired. I don't have such days. But I have days where I'll just cry and be like, why can't you just try and tell me something? Like, I just want to hear your voice. I think I pressurized myself with that as well. Then I wonder how your voice would have sounded. Would you have a deep voice like mine? Would it be a squeaky, annoying voice? What are the things that you would say to me when we're walking in the mall? So, yeah, I do have those days, but it's just like, we have to move, man. We have to move, and if we keep focusing on what's hurting us, why aren't we finding a solution instead to better the situation?
Okay, and you spoke about an operation. What was the operation for?
She got a cochlear implant. Oh, she was so lucky. She was lucky. I remember this was in August, and I had to take time off work. So, she was on the waiting list. I don't know how many people need cochlear implants. You can just imagine, make to a waiting list. I had given up. I had given up, especially because they said a cochlear implant can only be done before the age of 3, and she was 3 years and 2 months. I'm thinking, nah, it's not gonna happen.
It's already too late.
It's too late, it's too late. And then I got the call when I was at work. Hi, Khensani. I've got great news for you. Okay. That's how much I've forgotten
about it.
I had forgotten so much about it. Netcare is willing to sponsor your daughter to get a cochlear implant and
Sure.
I cried on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
I cried on the spot and I just kept saying thank you, Jesus. Because I know how many people needed it.
Mm-hmm.
This is when I saw that God gave me this child for a reason. God won't give you something you won't be able to handle. Might have been a test, but it again, from being 1092, she was 1092 on the list, to being number 1.
Sure.
That's grace.
Mm-hmm.
It is honestly grace, and I realized that God didn't give up on me. You knew why you put me in this situation, because it put a smile on my face.
And for it to happen just after
like
she
that.
turned 3,
Just after.
when it was said at
Only
3
3
cut
years.
off. Sure, okay.
So it had to be a fast process. It had to be a fast procedure. Everything was sped up because of her age.
Of her
We
age.
need to do this as soon as possible.
Okay. And now during the process of the operation, who is your support system, and like take me through Nje, that short period. You're talking about warnings at work, your mental space, where are you at?
I think just after I got that call, taking time off of work, when I've been off of work almost every Wednesday because of therapy, I had to attend therapy. Why? I was lucky enough because my shifts were starting from 2 p.m. But now sometimes I would have speech therapy around those times. So that's how it must work. I couldn't ask to say, can I start in the morning? Because also she's a speech therapist. There's other children who come in for therapy. So the time slots were very different. But I'm a PM. Like I would get afternoon therapy and it's just like, oh my word. So when I got that call, I just took out everything in my head and I was ready. I was because I remember that was the last day I went to work. I told my team leader that same night that I just got a call. I'm taking time off from work. My daughter's getting the operation finally. She was also happy because she knew and she saw how drained I am most of the time. And even when she was giving me the warnings, she didn't want to, but she had to,
protocol.
you know, she had to. And honestly, I understood her. She also understood my situation. She understood that I have a child that's like this, who needs this and that and that and that. Day of the operation, we leave in the house. I am with my recent partner at that time. So I met him when my daughter was 3. No. Yes, 2 going on 3. So he had already been a part of my life and he knew the situation, accepted my daughter just how she is, sorry. So we go there, going to Medcare, driving to Medcare in Midrand. That is the longest operation. I don't know if there's other operations that are long, but it's long and it was scary at the same time because they had said to me it's a 3-hour operation. It took 5 hours.
Sure.
I'm
sure
going
within those 2 hours you're going insane.
I'm going in and out the hospital. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on? So I had accepted the 3 hours. We're sitting in the car. We can't eat, we can't talk. We are just praying and praying and praying and praying and praying. The 3 hours, yashaya. And they said they would text me 3 hours. It's 3 hours now.
No text.
No text, no nothing. Now I'm calling, she's not answering. Oh, guys, I go in the hospital. I go out, I go in, I go out, nothing. 3 hours was 11, 12, 1, 1:30 she texts me. She says, come see your daughter.
Sure.
I was ready for a lot of things. I wasn't expecting her to say hi to me same time. No. I go in, she's got a bandage on her head. She's so drowsy. So they tell me that no, you'll have to sleep just for 1 night, just so that we can monitor her and see if she doesn't have any complications. And I'm like, okay, no problem. Then my partner left us, and then we slept. We were discharged the next day in the morning around 8 or 9, and the doctor checked her and she was okay. And he did say to me that, you know, it's not going to be easy because now you're going to be pulling her out from the silent world that she's lived in for 3 years, and you're taking her out, and then you put this thing on, and then there's these different noises from the birds to your train, your bus sound, the hooters, people speaking, the footsteps. These are the things that she's going to hear now, and she might not like it. And trust me, she still doesn't.
Sure.
She still doesn't like it. And I'm always saying to myself that she probably feels comfortable in that world. She's okay in that silent world. Because this world is cruel, man. It's very cruel, and at that time there was a lot of fights and you know. So I'm just like, maybe it's just for the best that she doesn't hear some of these things, But we try putting it on. We fought her. We try a lot. But she doesn't like it. I could put it at the lowest volume, but it's just like she just close her ears and it's like, it's too much. But 2 hours, 3 hours we try. On a daily basis, we try just those 2 hours,
just
3
so
hours.
She can adapt.
Nah, she takes it. But one thing I think that I've accepted the fact that she can put the cochlear on. She can hear. But I'll never get to hear my daughter say, I want food. I'll never get the opportunity to hear my daughter's voice and how it actually sounds, something that I've always wanted. But I'm just glad that we can communicate with her. My daughter's very smart. She's smart. She is such a beautiful baby. But yeah, man, she's my daughter. She's
She's yours, and like you did say, God will never give you something that you cannot handle. And I mean, as much as she hates hearing the footsteps, at least now she's meeting you somewhere in your world. There's a part of her that is getting to experience your world. So let's talk about the financial aspect of raising a different abled child. How are you going to all these doctor's appointments? Okay, I hear that the operation was a sponsor, but how are the finances looking like compared to raising a normal child?
So with therapy, luckily after the operation, for the first 3 months, I had to travel to, Rosebank. I had to go to Rosebank, so there was a speech therapist in Rosebank that made care of it. So I wasn't paying for the therapy, but now traveling from Zach Park to Rosebank, it was quite a lot. And remember, now I'm not working because I'm taking care. I had to resign after the operation because I have to take care of her, obviously. I need to take care of my daughter. Now I'm unemployed. I need to travel every Monday to Rosebank. I don't have the means to do that. So they transferred me back to Barra, and then still it's a bit expensive, but at least it's one taxi away. So it wasn't as bad as it was. Also, I've got supportive parents. My parents supported me throughout. They would give me money for taxi and food. With the rest, it's not difficult because she's already done this cochlear and she has it. So the rest is the same. The finance is the same. Her and her sister, same thing.
Same thing.
There's nothing that engathi expensive ngayo. You know, we've passed that process. And technology has made it easier for us. If you don't have money, you can Zoom. You know,
Okay.
you have your online speech therapy. So yeah, it's easier, man. And with finance, it's the same. It's not difficult. But it's just, you know, your school that she goes to, because, you know, it's a school for people like her, but also it's not expensive as well. Yeah. So financially, nah, she's not bad. Just enjoy the hair. She likes things.
Like any other girl child. Okay, so let's get into, you break up with your baby daddy. You have to move on with your life, meaning you're gonna date. But now dating means you have to explain to someone that, listen, in as much as I've got a child, I don't have a normal child, so I don't have as much time to give to you as I would want to. I've got more time that I need to spend with this child. How do you navigate having to get into the dating scene? Because with their baby daddy, I mean, he's got no choice but to accept this situation because this is his child. But when you won't do it, it would be probably a bit more difficult.
Yo, I'll tell you one thing, and I'll say it again, that God gave me an amazing partner. So honestly, I had fear of introducing my daughter to this man, to this guy that I'm seeing now. And it wasn't because I'm embarrassed. It was because, will he accept her and the situation that she's in? He knew that I had a daughter. I did say, I'm open about this.
Cool, same.
Yeah.
Meet a man. Listen, I've got 2 daughters.
Is that
That's
okay
the
with
first
you?
thing I will say.
Is that okay with you? So if not, just know that it's fine. I've got my daughters either way. So I think first, second month we started dating. I'm seeing how many second man. And now ask me about my kids, ne? Please ask me about my kids. I want you to say to me, how are the kids? Did they eat? Do they need anything? You know, on a daily. So he did that. And then once I was comfortable in bringing him into her space and her into his space, I realized that they have a bond. They created this bond, even though he's like, his sign language. No, guys, no.
It's not giving.
His sign language is just like, I'm just saying.
Like, let it go,
like,
my guy.
He will literally repeat exactly what my daughter's signing. And she's like, but she wants you to answer. Like, why are you repeating the same sign language? You know, so they created a bond. And from this one time when I had to go somewhere, and he was like, bring the child. It was a Saturday night. I'm like, are you being serious? Like, yeah. And when I came back, I asked my daughter how her day was.
She had the time of her life.
She was happy. She was super happy. So he's been a very supportive partner from day one. I didn't have it difficult, to be honest. He has never made me feel like, or hey, your child this, your child that. And I like the fact that if she does something wrong, uzomkhuza. Unlike umuntu ozothi khuza umntanakho, you know, uzoya yena amkhuza uthi, hey, what you're doing there is wrong, you know. So he's more of a father, man. More of a father to his
So you are blessed, like beyond. So what does a normal day currently look like with you and your daughter? A good day, actually. What does it look like?
A good day is, you know, my daughter, she isolates herself. She likes her own space. She'll just, on a Saturday, she'll wake up in the morning, make herself with beaks or porridge, whatever it is that she feels like having, peanut butter, whatever. And I'll feel in her mind. Ageze, azigcokise, fake irobo nejini. Oh, something kanjani lesi sikhiphele impahla zakhe ugeli abe sure athathe ijeli I'm edgy.
Oh,
If
okay,
when the
lady.
lipstick, total lipstick, I go with a tighty phone, she goes into the bedroom and she'll sit there the whole day.
Sure.
She will come out only if she's hungry.
Mm.
And then she'll make herself food. If there's nothing that she wants, she'll come to me. She'll say that she wants noodles or she wants ice cream, whatever it is that she wants. She'll come in and then she'll go back into the bedroom and I 74. But now when it's like during the week, obviously when she comes back from school, we go into her homework. We do her homework. I ask her about her day and. But my daughter, she likes being alone. She doesn't like to be irritated. Like, I'm Dini because also feels that girl now, like it's enough. I want to be alone.
Sure.
So that's just how she is.
You know, when you talk about skate niching this morning, so I've got a friend who is very, like, Joe is conscious when it comes to parenting. She'll be like, gentle parenting, I wanna all of that. So one day she was saying on her Instagram, Uguti, sometimes peace of mind means allowing your children to wear whatever they want to wear. Okay, I'm trying that, guys. I'm trying. I'm trying. This morning, she took out a dress. Okay, I'm like, okay, shop, let me take out a pollen for you because it's about with stockings. She's like, okay. Her dress is this short, ne? And then she takes out the warmest, you need this sheep material, sheep skin material. Yeah, she takes that jersey and she wears it on top of the dress. I'm like, Zana, can I give you another jersey? She's like, no, I want to wear this one. I was like, you know what? Okay. Do you, girl? She went to school with it, and I took a picture. I was like, so that if they make fun of you at school, I'm like, girl, this outfit was chosen by you. You said, no, Mama, I would choose my own outfit. So I completely get that. Anyway, so when she gets hurt, like for example with my Zano, if she gets hurt, I can hear Zano from Lake Gaten, she's calling out for me. How does your child signal to you that she's hurt or she needs you from a distance?
Like hurt physically, maybe if she fell.
Yeah, let's say physically.
She'll come to me. But also she's got this thing she likes doing, like then I know that okay, she needs something.
Needs you.
So it's that same sound all the time.
Oh, okay.
That's how she'll just shout from wherever she is. Or if she's not badly hurt, then she'll come to me and show me that she's hurt. But if she needs me, that's when she'll make that sound.
Okay. And what little moments are currently like, oh, my baby, this is you. Like, what happens? What gets that? What is that moment for you?
When she just randomly kisses me on the cheek. It reminds me of how much I didn't disappoint her. Because there's times I just feel like, oh, I disappointed my daughter. You know, but when she just comes to me and randomly kisses me on the cheek and looks at me, it's like she wants to say a lot. She wants to say something. But obviously, like I say, I speak on behalf of my child. I can feel her love and it makes me proud. It really does make me proud.
Okay, and Lorraine, what's that one thing that she does? It's like, even if she's not here, like even now, the one thing that comes to your mind that will make you smile thinking of her.
I mean, she likes Njalo. She'll come and then unspec. Like you guys, I swear all the time. And then she runs away. I wouldn't see him because she's missing that
Wow. Okay. So what are your hopes for your biggest hopes for your daughter's life?
Success. Success. Like
and
I
what does
want
success
to
look like for you?
Oh, my daughter being able to afford whatever it is that she wants. My daughter is into fashion. My daughter is into makeup, hair. I wish one day it's something that she will have a business to have her own business. You know, whatever it is that she wants, I just want her to get it, and I just wish God blesses her with the right person as well. You know, I've seen a relationship of people with this kind of disability. I I just wish she finds someone that's going to love her, someone that's going to respect her, whether with a disability or not. You know, someone that's going to treat her like the queen that she is, someone who's going to make sure that she's okay as well. You know, treat her well, make her feel wanted, because that's something that I'm doing. Like I say, Mina, with my kids, I will always be their man. So that once they start getting into relationships,
there's already a standard set. Yes,
they don't need.
Same.
They already know. I know my mom did this for me. My mom does this for me.
So it's not new.
Cars, you know. I'm not saying not in a pride, but in a confidence to say that there's certain things that I don't need from you, my guy. You know, because my mom is so success is her being able to, whatever it is that she wants to accomplish, may she accomplish it. And she better love God, because God loves her so much. God loves my daughter so much, and she should never question her disability. She should never ask herself or ask God or question God, why me, why this, why that. No, because I'm always saying to myself, should I tell her Mara that I wasn't taking pills? That's my biggest fear, I think, also. But I just want my daughter to be successful, and she should know that she's beautiful and that she's amazing. She's very, very smart.
But also to sort of reassure you when it comes to that, I've got someone I know who used to be a friend of mine. When she found out that she's pregnant for the 3rd time with her baby daddy, and she tried to book for an abortion, she couldn't do it. So Uchige on the day at the clinic, she drank every single day from the day she left the clinic until she gave birth, and her child is very normal. She did not go to the hospital. She did not go to any clinic appointments. So what I'm trying to say to you is, even if you did attend those clinic monthly appointments, if God set out for your child to be like this, then your child is going to be like that. So you must never put it on yourself, Uti, maybe if I had done this, this is what would have happened. There was a reason why you didn't do all of that, I guess. Okay, I want to speak about raising a normal child compared to a not normal child. But what are you thinking about that? How does one just move from having to be extra cautious and now having to deal with raising a normal child?
Yo, I hate that one. Yo, you know, I never compare my kids now. I don't compare my kids at all. And one thing that I'm definitely doing is making sure, or telling my daughter that don't sign at me, sign to your sister. I want you to speak, because she would make
those sounds.
She would I heard them sounds like I'm just like, speak. You can speak. Then she'll ask, yes, but you can speak. You know,
so you must speak.
So she must speak. But also, I'll always tell her to protect her sister. Yes, but there's certain things that Lulu won't hear from behind that Toriso can hear. Then she'd be like, Lulu, you know, I'm so it's, even though she doesn't understand the word protect, I don't use the word protect, but when I say to her, Tamali Lulu, already it's her knowing that, okay, no, I need to take care of my sister. Because she also signs with Lulu, although it's sign language, like she's still a baby, she's not very well with it, but she knows, okay, this is some ideas, and then she do those sign language that she's learning from her older sister. But how did I move from being very cautious to not cautious? I'm very cautious with both of them still. With both of them still. I would literally follow them to the shop, even though there's 1,000 people outside that are sitting there that I know which is safe, but is it really safe? you
Yeah.
know. So I just always just follow them, make sure they're okay. Even when they're playing together in the bedroom, I check.
You go and you check.
I check if they're both okay. So it wasn't like a big shift, but it's something that I had to learn that they are the same way too. It's just that one can't hear and the other can, but they are the same people. They are the same. Yeah.
And do you not think that maybe one day as your child grows, she'll think that your eldest has got more attention or more love from you because of her special needs?
I hope she doesn't think like that. I hope she doesn't. Because I'm trying, you know. But I don't think so. You know, like I'm saying, Ululu, it's not like she wants to be with me like all the time, every day, all day, you know. And as much as I give her love and I do the same with Toris. Together with Toris, so it's worse. I always feel like Lulu will think I'm giving the other one attention too much, and because I mean she's a baby and I can put her on my lap. Lulu is tall. I can't push her on my lap. I think you know, I can't. But with this one I can. So honestly speaking, I feel like Lulu would feel like that. But I try by all means to show them together that I love them and that I love them equally, and there's no favorite daughter here. So if I give this one something, I definitely give it to the other.
Okay, we're now going to get into what I call Fun 5 with me.
Okay.
The first question is your current song of the week.
Song of the week.
Hmm.
Well,
what song is that?
I don't know.
I don't know the joke.
What's your current song of the week?
Mudima Sipari, that one is.
You don't know it as well.
No, I don't. Everyone keeps telling, especially my brother keeps telling me to get on to Kevin Momo. I'll hear that one song that's famous here and there.
And they just move.
Yeah, and then I just move. I wouldn't even know who take Kelvin Momo until someone says. So I listen to music, but I never know whose song it is. If it just sounds nice to me, then I like that song.
Oh,
okay. And then movie or series of the week?
Of the week?
One that you are currently loving.
I mean, it's Lethal Weapon.
Little Weapon
from Universal Channel 117.
Okay.
The guy from My Wife and Kids is the main character of while.
Oh, okay. Check it out.
I don't have for the week, but I have an all-time favorite. You Got Served.
You Got Served. Okay.
You served.
I love You Got Served. Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'll check all of those out and put it in. Okay, YouTuber or TikToker of the week?
I don't do YouTube or TikTok.
What do you guys do? Facebook?
No, I do TikTok, but I'm not a person Mr. and Mrs. Felix.
Mr. and Mrs. Felix. Maybe I know them.
Yes.
Maybe I know them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of this girl on Facebook. What's about Thick Doodle or something? I like it.
Yeah, Thick Doodle. Okay.
She's nice.
Oh, so you know Thick Doodle through Facebook and not through TikTok. I was very shocked when I saw her on Facebook. I was like, oh, okay, you're active on Facebook.
Yeah.
Alright, it's nice. Quote you are currently living by.
Everything happens for a reason.
Okay.
YOLO.
I think that. Okay,
that is a lifetime quote. Even with me, like YOLO.
Yes.
Okay, and one skincare product that you're currently swearing by. This one is the one. Please don't say Vaseline.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, guys. Say Tandy Vaseline, but it can't be that everyone loves Vaseline.
Maria Seven, like yo, Vaseline.
It's good for the skin. Yeah, it's good. So there's this thing that my mom bought me. It's Nivea. Q10, is it IQ10? I don't know what it is, but it's doing miracles for me. It's doing miracles.
Okay. And then when all is said and done, when your daughter is all grown, what is the one thing that you want her to take with her to remember her mom? This is the one thing that reminds me of my mom, or this is the one thing that my mom taught me.
That I need her to take her being strong enough to stand up for herself. Because that's exactly what I do. And she shouldn't give up. She should never give up. A mistake means that moving forward, there is greener pastures. Because you can't get to greener pastures easily. You need to fall. You need to stand up. You're saying Chris Brown, let's crawl, walk, run. Yes, that's exactly what she needs to do. She mustn't give up, because I'm not a give up.
Okay.
I don't give up, so she needs to take exactly that from me. I hope she does, and I will remind her.
Okay. And Mona Lorraine, what do you hope that as an aunt she takes from you?
From me, she must always laugh. Always smile.
Always
smile. Just laugh. I'm a happy man, despite everything, just be happy.
Okay, well, guys, you have heard it from both the Khensani and Lorraine. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget, the future is she. Bye.